Gentleman to my left, the Palm Beach heartthrob, Mr. Scott Anthony, did exactly what he set out and intended to do. We're talking about the situation with the handsome stranger. Are you proud of yourself, Mr. Anthony?
I'm proud of myself. I told the people I was going to rid the Global Wrestling Federation of the handsome stranger, and that is exactly what I did. You don't see him here no more, Blackstone.
He's a nice man.
Who cares? I put him out of wrestling. I put him out of the Global Wrestling Federation. That's what I set out to do, and that is what I did because I'm Scott Anthony, the Palm Beach heartthrob. Don't interrupt me, Blackstone.
Do you just want to totally ignore the situation that the cartel seems to have gotten itself into? You are the sole survivor, but only by a court injunction.
Hey, look, I'm still here, and that's all that matters. I was never worried about them other guys because I didn't like them anyhow, and they were a bunch of jokers anyhow. But Scott Anthony is around because I'm Scott Anthony, the fresh thing in town. Listen to my rhymes. I'm going to throw down. If you don't like me, you feel kind of froggy, well, jump in my face, and I'll leave you groggy. I'm the king in the ring with a belt, not a crown. And when I'm in the spotlight, I'm the toughest thing around. You ever had to face me? You'll soon be leaving town because weebles wobble, but I don't fall down.
Here on our main event on Major League Wrestling. The man who holds the belt is about to make his way into the arena.
His title at 275 pounds. From the United States of America, he is the GWF North American Heavyweight Champion, Patriot!
The big man. The man with the power of the Patriot. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. And the tail of the tape favors the Patriot in almost every category. A 3-inch height advantage over the Palm Beach heartthrob. A 52-pound weight advantage. Years pro, we don't know because the Patriot keeps that a secret. So it looks like everything is going against Scott Anthony, but one thing Scott Anthony has is deviousness.
He trained at the heel of the best with Makhan Singh, Rib Rogers, and Cactus Jack in the cartel. Those men are no longer in the Global Wrestling Federation, and Scott Anthony is left. But devious is the proper word to describe Scott Anthony. Take a look at this headdress he's got on. What does he think? He's Theodore R. Anthony all of a sudden? What is this?
I have no idea.
The flashy man from Palm Beach.
But one thing I do know for sure is I talked to Marco Villa before the program. Max Andrews had nothing to do with signing this particular match.
Good. Very good.
Apparently, the competition committee believed that Anthony was the leading contender for the title. We are ready for action. This, the North American Championship match. The Patriot against Scott Anthony here on Major League Wrestling.
Well, as we mentioned at the top of the show, Craig, Scott Anthony has been involved in every tournament in the Global Wrestling Federation that ended with the new champion being crowned. The light heavyweight tournament, the tag team tournament. He was a partner with Rip Rogers. He was in the television tournament, and he was also in the North American tournament. And he is yet to wear gold in the Global Wrestling Federation.
As a matter of fact, he tried to be in the tournament, the mini tournament that was held to fill the title vacated by the Patriot, the television title. That one eventually won by his good friend, as he says, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
That's exactly right. And if you remember that situation with you and Max Andrews down at the Global Dome stage, we should have had a lot of questions then, but we didn't.
Well, that's something I'd rather forget. We've got some great action in the ring. I want to stay with this. Collar and elbow tie-up. Patriot picks him up, puts him down, and Scott Anthony's back is a-hurting.
Oh, boy, get a load of this.
Claiming a pull of the tights.
Oh, there's a cheap shot.
That was the opening that Scott Anthony was looking for, but the opening wasn't too wide as the Patriot wrenching the arm. And now, going into the arm lock, using the leg, putting enough pressure to get a count of 1 by referee James Beard, the senior official in the GWF.
Now, we talk about Scott Anthony not having any gold in the Global Wrestling Federation. He has won the Florida Heavyweight Championship. He has been a champion in the Pacific Northwest. But when he came to the big time, to the GWF, he is thus far beltless, pending the outcome of this match we're seeing right now.
So far, the Patriot has had the advantage. and continues to have it here, holding on to the left arm of the Palm Beach heartthrob. They find that a few muscles in his biceps and triceps are throbbing here.
Take a look at the development on the Patriot, and you'll know that when he cinches himself in on that left arm of Scott Anthony's, that Scott Anthony isn't going to do a heck of a lot with that left arm before, during, and after this tie-up.
Double underhook suplex gets the Patriot up and over. Still feeling the effects of the work on the arm. Elbow delivered with the right elbow to the back of the neck 2 times now by Scott Anthony. Scott Anthony has held many regional titles, as yet, as you said, to hold a title in the GWF. Tried the double underhook suplex, backslide by the Patriot. Count of 2! But that's all that Scott Anthony gets out. Scott Anthony has been taunting the Patriot, claiming he's a Russian spy and all that.
Yeah. There's more drivel from the mouth of Scott Anthony.
But look at this. The right's not having any effect at all. Scott Anthony feeling a little bit of paranoia. Patriot paranoia, perhaps. The left's delivered by the man in the red, white, and blue. The whip into the corner. Clothesline as Scott Anthony goes down. Into the ropes again. Drop kick. Anthony down. Whip into the rope. Elbow. Quick cover, but only a count of 1.
You'll see the drop kick and the elbow by the Patriot not really delivered with an awful lot of force, but the power of the Patriot so strong. Anthony went down, but he's back in control, but not for long.
Anthony trying to put the sleeper hold on, but the Patriot maneuvered out of the way. Shoulder block takes Scott Anthony down. Shoulder block one more time, goes down the Palm Beach heartthrob. 3 times he goes down. The Patriot wearing down Scott Anthony, but he misses. Tried to deliver the shoulder block, but James Beard, the official, goes down.
And James Beard is no wrestler. And the Patriot really knocked him for a loop over there.
Double axe handle. The Patriot gets the boot up. Anthony reeling. The Patriot up to the skies. Missile delivered. Goes in for the cover. But there's no official to count. Beard was knocked for a loop by almost that very same move. James Beard gets over there. Count of 1, count of 2. Foot on the rope. Foot on the rope prevents the count of 3.
Well, that prevented the count of 11 by my count, Craig, as the Patriot had Scott Anthony down for at least a 10 count before Anthony got his foot up.
The Patriots, hander was up a little bit, but Scott Anthony able to fight back with a belly-to-back suplex, although you can tell the back of his neck is hurting too.
A direct hit by the Patriot missile. But Scott Anthony still up and fighting. We've got to give the Palm Beach heartthrob credit here.
Turnaround by the Patriot, reversing in midair. Only a count of 2. Nice move there by the man in the red, white, and blue. Reversal by Scott Anthony. Sunset flip. Anthony losing his balance, regains his balance, and delivers. Watch out! The Patriot pulls him down. Almost a count of 3. Coming right back, Scott Anthony gets a count of 2. The Patriot gets a reversal. And instead of going for the pin, getting a little upset at the Palm Beach heartthrob. As well he should have.
Wait a minute.
That's the gold chain he wore down in the ring. Misses. Comes up. Atomic drop into the corner. Anthony, I think his head hit that chain. He put his hand down to try to prevent hitting the turnbuckle. That chain is still around his hand. Ring the bell here.
And the official saw it. That's going to do it. He's going to disqualify Scott Anthony for having the chain in the ring, and now.
Watch out! The Patriot. I think Scott Anthony wanted to avoid that clothesline at all costs. Let's get the official word. Let's look at it again. You see that Anthony goes into the turnbuckle. His hand goes onto the turnbuckle. He hit himself with his own chain. disqualification. And there